New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. It is 9.5 in a game with a total of 38.5. This, like, conventional betting wisdom says you take the 9 points in a game with a 38.5 total. It's still Zach Wilson. I can't get there. It's just almost impossible. I know how good this defense is. I know that they are going to keep these teams off the scoreboard more times than not. I just can't. He's just so bad, guy. You saw it even when he came. You saw it even when he came in for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, there were a couple of throws where he shows off his arm strength. It's never been his arm strength. We've never questioned his arm strength. It's everything else about the guy, that we're questioning. And so he's just so bad. We're supposed to, Adam. We are supposed to take the 9 in this spot. I can't do it. If this was 10.5. I would play the Jets. If it was on the other side of 10, I would play the Jets. I'd hold my nose and play the Jets and understand that I'm going to have to sit through a game quarterback by Zach Wilson. With it being under 10, it's almost doing me a service because I don't have to bet it, and I can just sit back and see if the Cowboys are the truck that I think that they might be this season. So that's how I look at this game. But again, I get it. If somebody wants to use the rationale that it's a 38.5 total, I have to take the 9. I would at least say, you know what? I get it. I just can't do it.
So the Jets won because of the defense and the turnovers. We all know that from last week. We didn't learn anything about Dallas. That is a game where you absolutely cannot gain any information that you didn't already know about the Cowboys. You knew the defense was going to be good. You learned absolutely nothing about the offense. It's a weather game. The Giants are out of game state. The Giants, we have no idea if they're going to be able to generate any pressure this year outside of Dexter Lawrence. I didn't learn anything about Dallas. So I'm going to just piggyback on what you said, Matt. If you're tempted to take the 9.5, then you believe this game is playing to a low score. So then I would just, even at the number that it's at, I would just play it under. Because if you believe that Zach Wilson is terrible, and he had a 49 PFF passer grade last week, exactly what we would have expected, and if you believe that the Jets defense is as good as it looked last week, and I do. I think the Jets defense is outstanding. Then maybe this game plays at something like 20-3, 20-7, 21-7, 24-7. I'm naming you a whole bunch of scores that sound pretty realistic for these defenses that are going to keep you well under where this total is right now. So if you think that the Jets are a reasonable side, play this game under instead of playing the Jets.
Steven, look, it's a game that we would have loved to have been able to handicap if it was Aaron Rodgers out there and been able to talk about. This really does let all the air out of the balloon with this one for me. Again, I'm pretty high on the Cowboys, and so that's another thing that's really messing with me here, because it's again, I should be taking the points in a super low total, but I'm really, really high on the Cowboys as it is anyway. So I have mixed emotions in all of this. I am very curious to see, with at least a week to know that he's going to be the starter, with at least, maybe they pull a couple of plays out of the playbook and insert a couple of other plays because they were kind of more Aaron Rodgers plays and stuff. Do they cater things a little bit better to Zach Wilson? Maybe so, but got to see it to believe it.
Remind me who is revising the playbook this week.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett. Combine that with this poor Cougar-loving bastard who now gets another shot against Micah Parsons and company. No thanks. I mean, yeah. I hear your process and everything, low total, a lot of points, but yeah, I'll just sit back and watch this one. And, with the Jets D, I've already said I blame Josh Allen and being stubborn for the turnovers more than the Jets forcing those turnovers. So I'm not, but I think Adam makes a great point about the under. You already have McCarthy, who's going to be ultra conservative. He said it all off season. And you have Hackett, who the only way they could really move the ball last week against Buffalo was running Breece Hall. So yeah, I think they're going to have a ton of run plays in this game, which should shorten it. So I think under's probably the best look here, but I'm just going to stay away from this one personally.